Hello everyone, Simonopolized here, back with another speed build, and this time I am renovating another unoccupied house like lot in Sunset Valley, in Sum Street. Yeah, and this one actually it kind of changed a lot, like it changed drastically, but yet stayed the same at the exact same time. And it's because every time I have seen this house, like I know it's supposed to be kind of a I don't know, maybe like a mid-century modern kind of ranch from the maybe 60s or 70s. But like every time I saw it, and like just going off of like the placement of the windows and the layout of the whole house, it was kind of giving me like a back-facing apartment or something. So I turned it into an apartment building, but the floor plan stayed exactly the same as it is. It's just like a back-facing apartment, like that's all. It's not a standalone house anymore. And excuse me, it's not a standalone house anymore. And yeah, like it didn't change a lot. Like I think, like I believe one of the small changes that I did is kind of like switching the kids' bedroom and like the parents' bedroom or whatever, because there's like a room with like a single bed, which I believe must be like a child's room or like a teenager room or something, and another room that kind of had like a double bed or something, which I believe might be like the parents' bedroom, or maybe like a single parent bedroom, not both. Yeah, so I switched both of them because one of like like those they both have like the exact same sizes as each other, but the only change like the only difference is that one is like on a corner, like on the corner of the house, so it could have like windows on both sides of the room, like on the right, like on the front and the right, or like facing the back and facing like the right of the building, the right side of the building. And the other one only has it shares a wall with the other bedroom, and it shares another wall with like the other apartment on the other side of the floor. And yeah, so I kind of changed that, so like the master bedroom would have like more light, more windows, but they both have the exact same size. Like this is one of the changes that I did. And the other change is that I made the kitchen a little bit smaller, and it kind of has its own room, because back like in the OG version of this house, like the EA version, it was kind of an open concept, like an open kitchen, dining, living room kind of area, like open concept of that. And what I did is kind of like I turned the kitchen into like a room for the kitchen. I changed where the window was before, because the window was facing the front, which was the only window that was facing the front. That was, oh yeah, and the one by the entrance, but the one by the entrance stayed the same. Like the window by the entrance stayed the same, but the window in the kitchen in the OJ version was kind of looking out of the front, and it was like a teeny tiny window. So I kind of changed it, because like when I turned it into an apartment building, like this window was looking out on the hallway, so it didn't make much sense. So as you can see, like there's like a part in the middle that's kind of open to like sunlight. Um, I don't know, I believe like the German word for it is Schacht, and I don't know the English word for it. Like I know the German and the Arabic version for it, and like the Arabic version is called manwar, and it comes from like I don't know, like the word light, because like it doesn't have any other purpose than just like having the light in. And yeah, this is like basically like this happens when like an apartment building is kind of like long and narrow. So I don't know, you would have like windows for the rooms that are kind of like in the middle of the apartment building, so they wouldn't be looking out on like the street or the back or the side of the apartment building. It would be looking on like a brick wall or something, just to let in some light. And also like back then, because of like ventilations and stuff with old buildings, like normally those would be like the bathrooms in this kind of area. either like bathrooms or entrances and stuff, like parts that do not necessarily have to be looking out on a street or something. Yeah, and it was done also like for some kind of like a ventilation and stuff, just to kind of air out the rooms and stuff. Yeah, so I don't like I don't know what I don't know, like why I don't know like the English word for it, but anyway. Um, yeah, so right now it's looking out on like this part of the like that I was referring to, like the window to the kitchen. It looks out on a brick wall basically, but like it brings in some light. Like that's the most important thing, and like you don't do that in The Sims. Like you don't open windows in The Sims and stuff. But if you want, you can do that as well. Just like I don't know, like pretend that you're kind of airing out the kitchen and stuff because you don't want the apartment to like the whole apartment to smell like food or something after cooking. Yeah, so I believe those are the changes that I did, and other than that, like the kitchen dining area stayed the same. It's only like the only thing I did is like kind of like switch both places because it made more sense. Like from the layout that also stayed exactly the same. It made more sense that the like the dining table, like dining set, would be switched with like the living set or like the couches and stuff. Yeah, because like the space was more efficient that way. Yeah, and right now I'm just like making like turning the basement, like making like an extra floor out of the basement without actually using the basement tool, like just like I don't know, using not I didn't even use constraint for this, but it's yeah, there's like a garage right now downstairs, and I believe like the whole building is kind of 4 story, like 4 floors high or something like that. Yeah, so you're gonna have like a lot of neighbors, I believe. And like when I was actually playtesting this place, like something that I actually liked a lot is when I was playtesting it, it was already filled like right after building it and everything. Just like being in live mode and kind of playtesting the whole apartment. Like the other apartments were already filled with Sims, so I don't know, like as usual, also like I'm gonna be like there's gonna be like a link to the house, like to if you want to download the house and put it in your own game. But when I actually release like the whole save file or the whole like new Sunset Valley town, like because I don't know if I'm gonna release it as a save file or if I'm gonna release it as like a new town like for you to install and call it like New Sunset Valley or something. But when I do release like the end version of it or something, there would already be like townies or something in this apartment building. Yeah, and the only downside is that this isn't a starter house anymore. I don't know how like I don't know how expensive it was before, but I believe it ended up being like around 30,000 simoleons or something like that. So, I mean, it's not like a I don't know, like it's not a what's it called again? Like it's not a starter home or something. It's like, but I mean, you can very easily like afford it if you just like start off. Like I believe if you like I don't know work for 2 weeks or maybe even less, depends on like the money making method that you're using. You can actually afford the apartment like very quickly. And yeah, it's this apartment. I wanted it to be like I don't know, like I didn't want it to be like a rental. I wanted it to be like I don't know, that an apartment that you would actually buy, like a buyable one, or like I wanted it to be like an ownable apartment, not the like rental units or something like the ones that I kind of started this renovation of Sunset Valley with. Like not the ones that are kind of like in the kind of like in the center, like the city center, like the town center of Sunset Valley. But I wanted this apartment to be owned and not rented. So again, like if you want like a starter apartment or something, you can move into one of the apartments that is like, I believe one of the apartments in the like in the town center, like you would like it has two bedrooms, and it even like has like a better layout than this one, and it looks like fancy. And I believe you only pay like 420 simoleons or something like that a week. Um, so it's very cheap. So maybe you can move into like the rental first, and when you make enough money, you can own this apartment because it's only 30,000. Like 30,000 is actually cheap compared to other houses that you have to own. And after that, like gradually kind of start buying like a standalone house or something, like if you wanna like expand on the family and stuff, because this house only has two bedrooms. So for example, I don't know, like if you end up having two or three children, then maybe, I don't know, start investing in like a new, like bigger house or something. But yeah, this is like the fourth apartment building I believe in this, like in Sunset Valley. And this is actually one of the, like, I don't know, one of the, like, I don't know, like good things about like renovating Sunset Valley right now, because Sunset Valley is actually like, as you may know, like it's a base game world. And when you have like all the expansion packs and stuff and kind of implement other features in it, like, I don't know, like I think it's very, I don't know, like eye opening, or like very, I don't know, like this makes me actually like motivated to actually kind of, I don't know, like play the game. Like I get really excited when I play testing the game, that sometimes I actually spend like hours playing The Sims after like finishing the like an apartment or a house or something, just because I like the way it looks, and I like the fact that like right now there are actually like, I don't know, like the apartments and like the in like the town center or something, they were actually supposed to be apartments, but they ended up being like, I don't know, kind of like an industrial building or something, because like when the base game got released, there were no apartment buildings. So I don't know, like seeing it as an apartment building is very, I don't know, like it gives me like kind of like a good feeling or something. Yeah, but anyway, as you can see right now, I'm like this, like I was just trying to put like a dining set or something, because I believe that like the house before I renovated it did not have a dining set. It only had like a kind of an open kitchen, and you would eat on the counters, like on the, I don't know, like bar counters or like the serving counters. I don't know what it's called like exactly. But as you can see right now, like the kitchen has its own kind of room. Like you actually enter a kitchen, and you don't enter like a kitchen dining, like a kitchen living area or something. And they end up having like a real dining area. Like you wouldn't have to eat like on the counter, basically like every time, which is also, I don't know, very like it's like an improvement to me. But yeah, as I said, like I ended up actually switching the placement of the living area and the dining area, just because it made more sense that way. And I believe you're gonna see it in a couple of minutes, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, so the kitchen is still kind of open, but it's open to like the hallway, and it's not open like to the living room and stuff. So it's still like it's still bright, and it still has the same open concept feeling, but it's like you still kind of feel that it has like the dedicated room to it. Yeah, and right now, as you can see, just switching the living room and dining, like the living area and dining area. And yeah, I actually like the way this living room ended, like how it ended up being, because it has this, like, I don't know, like this kind of TV set or something, and next to it there is kind of a bookshelf that I've like one that I've never seen before in The Sims. but it kind of fit, like it was fitting like perfectly in this place, and I don't know, like it just looked great. Like when I was actually like looking at the screenshots too and like playtesting the whole build, like I really enjoyed like just playing in this house. And by the way, like with playtesting, like everything works. So even if you think like something looks cramped or something, like your Sims can just like get through it perfectly. It's, or like at least that was like how it was going in my game. So hopefully it works for you too. Yeah, and right now I'm just like changing the colors a little bit because the whole color scheme, like before I renovated the house, was actually kind of like brown, beige, and kind of woodish colors. So yeah, the white dining set was kind of like off-putting. Yeah, and this is the bookshelf that I was talking about. Yeah, it looks great. Like this actually makes it look like a family apartment. Um, Yeah, that is all. You can also turn like if this like if you want this to be like an apartment of, for example, like a struggling writer or something, you can turn the other bedroom into a an office or something. Like just take out the bed because there is also like a desk in the new bedroom that I kind of did like renovated. Uh, but yeah, right now you're just seeing me kind of like I wanted to keep the bedrooms the same, but when I kind of saw that the other bedroom had more windows and it was on a corner, so it has like even like windows on the side and on the front, not only on the side, I thought that it was more appropriate to switch them. And yeah, just putting in more like appropriate kind of I don't know, furniture. And I kept the color, like this wallpaper is exactly the same, but it like right now it only has like it's brightened up a little bit and it has like a crown molding and like a baseboard and stuff. And in the other room, because the other room was basically like orange all over, and it wasn't like a pleasant kind of orange, like a it's not one that goes easy on the eyes, it was one that would actually hurt your eyes. So I kind of changed the orange just a little bit and just made it into like an accent wall. Like I didn't make the whole room orange, just because I don't think this is actually like a very smart thing to do, to paint your whole room orange. Like there are some colors that would just work as a, I don't know, like they would just work as an accent wall or something. Like they wouldn't work if you like it would be like very overpowering and very tiring, like on the eyes, on the mind, on like the, I don't know, the whole feeling basically. Um, yeah. For example, like there's this shade of purple. For example, like if you paint your whole room this shade of purple, like it's gonna be tiring. Like you would feel tired in your own bedroom. So maybe just put it as an accent wall or something, and put more of like a muted like down colors like for the other walls to kind of like ease the whole color scheme on your eyes, I believe. As you can see right now, this is the desk and like bookshelf and everything. So as I said, like if you like, you can just take the bed out, like put it in a bookshelf or something, and turn it into an office, and there you go. Like there's your sim that is like a struggling writer or something, or a struggling author. But yeah, we're actually like getting very, very, very close to the end right now. I believe the screenshots are coming in like 30 seconds or something. So I don't know, just working on the bathroom, and after that I'm gonna be saving and gone. So anyway, I'm gonna wish you all to stay happy, healthy, and safe, and hope to see you next time. And if you enjoyed the video, like, and you came this far, then I don't know, like I would really appreciate it if you consider subscribing as well.